Hello, my beautiful bookworms, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori, and today we are going to be doing the first day of the reading rush. It's actually Sunday night. It's not quite Monday yet. It's not quite reading rush time, but I'm going to be prepared at midnight to start the reading rush. I'm probably only going to read for like 30 minutes, and I'm really mad because there's like a sprint going on at midnight in like Pacific Standard Time, and that's like 2 a.m. my time, so I'm not gonna be up to do that reading sprint. And I'm very sad about that, but that is okay. First things first, I'm gonna show you guys my new updated TBR, because the last time I was on here with you guys, I showed you a TBR, and that is not what is my dog doing? That is not at all the TBR that I'm doing. Also, it's late at night, so I'm coming to you makeup free with my cat Lily, who I don't know if you can see, but I'm pretty sure you can see her. She's right there. 5 books. If you follow me on Instagram at itstori27reads, go check it out. But you probably already know what my new TBR is. My Instagram knows everything before my YouTube knows. So if you want to be a part of what's going on in my daily life, follow me on Instagram. But sorry, I was looking at my cat. She's doing some weird stuff. Like it's a thing. So my new TBR. I'm so much more excited about this TBR than I was about my other one, and I wanted to do a new TBR because of the fact that I was just not feeling good about my other one. I wasn't excited about it. This TBR is something I'm super excited about, and I'm confident that if as long as I stick to it and don't get too distracted, that I can finish all 5 of these books this week. And my goal is to read them all physically and not listen to any audiobooks. If I happen to listen to an audiobook, it is what it is, but my goal is to read them all physically. I'm going to show you my TBR, and then I'm going to call my husband over here, and he's going to pick which book that I should start out with, because I have no idea what book that's going to be. The first challenge was a book with a purple cover. The old book that I had picked was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This one is Lock Every Door by Riley Sagar. I don't actually know how it's pronounced. You know me, I'm really bad with authors' names. I'm so sorry. But I have seen this book everywhere. It was my book of the month pick this month. And I've also made it a goal to actually read my book of the month pick every month when I get it, instead of letting it sit on my shelf and never getting to it. So that's a goal of mine, and I'm definitely going to read this. I'm really excited about it. I kind of hope he picks this one first, but I have a feeling that this is not the one he's going to pick first, but it's okay. The second challenge is to read a book in the same spot the entire time, and honestly, I pretty much always read on my couch, so that's probably where I'm going to read all of these books. So I'm not too worried about that one. I'll just pick one and make sure that I stay in that spot. I don't know which one it's going to be. It's going to just kind of depend on how I'm feeling that day. The third challenge is a book that you meant to read last year. My pick is One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus, and I wanted to read this last year and I never did. This one can also fit for a debut author, but I have a different one that falls under that category because I was really excited about reading it. But you know, if worst came to worst, I could just like lump this one together, but I'm actually going to try to do a different one. This one is also falling under the challenge of 5 words or more, because One of Us is Lying is 5 words. So I'm lumping those 2 challenges together, so I didn't want to do like 3 challenges all the same. So this is the one that I'm doing 2 with. The next challenge is an author's debut novel, and I believe this is a debut novel because I googled it and everything, and she doesn't have anything else out, and I saw somewhere where she said this is my debut novel. But anyways, Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I always want to call her Rory Powers because I actually know people with the last name Powers with an S. It's Rory Power. I'm going to do my best to try not to add an S to the end of that. This one is a new release this month, I believe. I think it's this month. And everybody's been talking about it. It's been buzzing all over YouTube, and I've seen it all over Instagram. So I've also Instagrammed a few photos. Peep my Instagram if you want to see some of the beautiful photos I've taken of this book. But I'm really excited about this one. And this one falls again under the debut author category. The next challenge is one with a non-human main character. I chose the first House of Night novel, Marked. I've actually read this about 3 times, I believe. I read it for the first time in middle school, reread it several times. I've never actually finished this series, and I really wanted to try to, and I just thought it would be fun to throw a reread into here because I tend to read things a lot quicker when it's a reread, and I definitely read this one several times, so I wanted to dive into this book, so I'm excited about this one. This one could technically even fall under one I meant to read last year, but I've read it so many times that I feel like that doesn't count, but I totally have been wanting to reread this for like at least 2 years now. The last category is the book to movie adaptation. And let me tell you, I struggled with this. I was going to read Perks of Being a Wallflower, but I wasn't in the Perks of Being a Wallflower mood, even though I truly adore that book and that movie. But I've actually never read or watched this book movie adaptation, and this is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. And I know this was such a hyped up book and a hyped up movie, and I've heard that it's kind of disappointing book to movie adaptation, so I'm interested to read the book, watch the movie, and see for myself what I think of this. So that completes all of the challenges. So now I'm gonna grab my husband and I'm gonna make him pick which one I should read first. Okay, this is the first time Ethan's been on my channel. This is my husband. He feels,
Hi.
I can tell he feels uncomfortable, but it's fine. So he is going to pick which book I should read first tonight. So let's let him pick. What should I do? Pick something that looks good or that attracts you to it, or one that you may have heard that I really want to read if you were paying attention to me. You probably weren't, but it's fine. Wow.
I don't know.
I'm gonna edit most of
Close
this
your
out.
eyes.
Close my eyes. Okay, here. I'll close my eyes and you pick, and then put it in my hand.
The fate of the next, like, 24 hours is in your hands. Are you doing the process of elimination right now? Yes. Why? Because suspense. Oh my gosh, that's what most of those puzzles are. Suspense, thriller. That's my genre. That's what I'm going for. It's my brand. Here are my eyes. No.
Okay.
Wilder Girls. Oh no, it's One of Us is Lying. Sweet. Actually, this is exciting. This is the one that I wanted to get to last year. So, awesome job. The next, probably, let's see, how many pages is this book? Let's see. So there's about 358 pages in this book. I think I can do this definitely in a day. So I'm going to start it tonight and we'll see how long it takes for me to get through it. And I will update you guys as I go with a few little check-ins. You look like you're glaring at the camera.
I gotta sneeze.
I'm gonna get started with this when the clock strikes midnight, and I will update you guys before I go to bed tonight, as long as I'm not like dead tired. Good morning. So last night I didn't actually start reading. I was going to stay up until midnight for the readathon to begin, and guess what? I fell asleep. So I didn't read anything. But this morning I got to page 6. I literally just started reading this and I was like, wait, I should probably pop on here and say I'm beginning my reading vlog. So page 6 is the page that I'm on, and I'm starting with One of Us is Lying, and I'm excited, and I'm going to get to reading. Okay, so I actually haven't made it very far in this book. I'm only on page 58. I went down to my lake pond. That's what it's called to me, because it's basically a pond even though they call it a lake. And I read a little bit there while participating in the reading sprints. And I've discovered that reading sprints make it very hard to read. I thought that when I heard of reading sprints that it was going to be a lot more reading and a lot less tweeting. But that's okay. So, like I said, on page 58, I've noticed because I've been focused on other things, it's made it really hard for me to get into the characters. So I don't really have a connection with any of these characters yet. And honestly, I can't really tell you much about any of them except for Nate, who seems to be the troublemaker. So I don't have a lot to report on this book yet. I'm hoping that now I can kind of take some time to really think about it and get to know the characters a little bit more and revisit things, and hopefully I can get a little bit more of a connection, because so far this book is not connecting with me as much as I want it to, which I'm not saying it's a bad book at all, but generally lately I have been reading a lot of adult mystery thriller books, and this is a YA, so I'm wondering if that's why I'm struggling with connecting with it. I think I'm a lot more in touch with the YA genre when it comes to mystery thriller type books, and not so much with the young adult, although Truly Devious I did have quite a good connection with. So I'm hoping to get into this a little bit more and hopefully feel a little bit more connected with the story. I have confidence that I will, but now I'm actually taking a quick break from reading, and I'm going to eat some Oreos, and I'm going to dip them in some milk because that just sounded like a nice afternoon reading snack. So that's what I'm doing. Little tiny mukbang, mukbang. Do you know what that's called? Like mukbang, where they like eat on camera? No? You don't watch that kind of YouTube? You don't get to that weird side? It's just me. Hi, Baxter. I don't know how people do this. I feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna have chocolate in my teeth. I'm gonna tune into some YouTube videos and kind of catch up a little bit today while I take a quick break and eat some Oreos and drink some milk. And then I'm gonna go back into my book and hopefully I enjoy it a little bit more than I have been. I don't drink milk, I just dip my cookies in it. I'm gonna go. I'll update you guys later. Hello everyone, I am joined by my cat Meredith, who thinks that the kitchen table is her place to sit. I'm also joined by my washer and dryer. It's loud. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I know it's going to be kind of annoying. Just ignore it. This clip won't be that long. So, I don't have the dust jacket on my book, but I'm still reading. One of Us is Lying, obviously. And I am on page 169. So I've almost completed, I'm about halfway through chapter 15. So I'm almost to chapter 16. And I would say I'm about 50% through this book. It is now 6:10. So, oh, the lighting in here gets weird because I'm sitting in front of the window. But I have been doing the Reading Rush sprints. Why did I say it like that? The Reading Rush sprints. That was really hard to say, throughout the day. And when I did my first one, when the Reading Rush people were doing it, Raylene and Ariel, and they did a lot of like challenges throughout the reading. So I spent more time trying to complete the challenge than reading the book. But some of the other sprints that I've done, they weren't doing challenges. It was more just about reading. So I do really enjoy doing the reading sprints. I think it's fun. It's a nice way to kind of break up my reading day so I'm not so intensely reading all day. But I'm really liking this book so far. I actually have gotten into it a lot more. I think since I've been able to sit down and spend several hours really focusing on my characters and focusing on what's happening in this book, I feel like I've gotten a lot more out of it, and I'm picking up my speed a lot faster with reading it. I honestly haven't spent a ton of time reading today. I've had to take a lot of breaks and go do other things. I haven't been doing it just like frequently all day. Like I've been taking little breaks. Right now I'm taking a break to cook our pizzas for dinner. So I'm sitting in the kitchen and I thought, hey, why not talk to you guys? So that's what I'm doing. I really am not sure like what's gonna happen in this book, because I feel like since I wasn't so zoned in at the beginning of the book that I wasn't picking up on the little clues that were probably happening clear at the beginning. And I feel like this is going to be one of those things where like when it's all revealed at the end, it's going to be very obvious in the opening scene. I don't know why I get that feeling. I just feel like that's what's gonna happen. Ooh, Reading Rush sprints are happening right now. Hold please, let me go do that. So I do feel like this book, I actually don't know. I feel like there's more than one book. I think this is a series, so I don't actually know. And I don't want to like creep to the end of the book and find out. I'm scared to Google to see if there's more than one book in this series, because I'm terrified that there's going to be like a spoiler. You know how sometimes that happens. My cat's joined us again. Hello. Sometimes there's like a spoiler in like the description of, oh, there goes my washer again, the description of the next book in a series. So I don't know if there's going to be spoilers, so I'm scared to go look. So I'm not going to. I'm going to just keep reading this. I have no idea if I'm going to figure out who killed Simon. Now that I've sufficiently chatted way too much, I'm going to talk to you guys in a little while. Hello guys. So updating you guys on how everything's going today. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a weird day. Anyways, I am on page 288. I have about 70 pages. Actually, I have exactly 70 pages left in this book. And I am so excited. I'm not sure. Okay, I figured out that this is a series. So I don't know if I'm going to actually find out anything. Like who did it, and I don't think I'm gonna know who done it, and that makes me kind of sad, but it's okay because I can just keep on pushing through. But I'm so proud of myself because I have 70 pages left. It's currently, let me grab my phone, 10:38 at night. I can totally stay up and finish this tonight. There is a reading sprint at 11 o'clock my time, I think, so I might go ahead and do that. But I just wanted to quickly update you guys, letting you know that I have 70 pages left, and this book is just getting better and better for me, and I'm so satisfied with it. So I think I'm gonna like this one. I don't know how many stars I'm gonna give it yet. I'm changing my star rating system a little bit because I tend to like make something 5 stars when I really like it, even if it's not a 5-star. You know what I mean? Like I'm a little generous with my 5 stars. I feel like I have a shadow of my camera in front of me. My cat joined us again. What else is new? But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna eat a snack and I'm gonna finish my book, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna chat with you guys about how it went and what I think and all of that good stuff. So see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, so it's actually day 2 of the reading rush now, but I was so tired last night, so I didn't have a chance to close out the vlog. Like, I was so tired. I finished One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus, and I am giving this book 4 stars. I think this was such a great story. My old way of rating things, I would have gave it 5 stars, but I'm changing the way I'm rating things, as I was saying earlier on. And this one is so good, and I'm so excited just to see what the next story in this world is. I was worried that it wasn't going to wrap up and that it was going to really leave me hanging, but it did wrap up, which is really nice. I feel like you could read this totally as a standalone, and I don't know if she originally had intended for this one to be a standalone. I didn't do a lot of research on it. It was really nice having the different perspectives of characters. There's 4 different characters that you follow. Addie, Cooper, I think it's Bronwyn, I think that's how you say her name, and Nate. And I loved getting to know each character, following each perspective, being told the story through 4 different perspectives I think was really cool. And then it was alternating, so something crazy would happen in, say, Addie's life, and then you would have to skip to Nate's life, and you don't know what's going on in Addie's life anymore, and you have to wait until it like reconnects back into where the cliffhanger was. So I thought that was really cool that they left you off on a lot of different cliffhangers and stuff. This book was really good. Like, I don't have any complaints or anything bad to say about it at all, because it was a really good book, and I would definitely recommend this to anyone who likes young adult mystery novels. I think this is a really good one, and I'm excited to read more from her. I really did like her writing style. At the beginning of the book, I wasn't feeling it as much, but towards the end, towards actually about a quarter of the way through to halfway, I started to really like pick up pace. And I really think it's because at the beginning of the book, I started it and I was trying to do Twitter sprints, and I was trying to like do all this other stuff while reading the book, and I was not remaining focused on the book. So day 1 of the reading rush, and I accomplished, let's see, what prompt did I accomplish? I accomplished a book with 5 or more words in the title. Technically, I accomplished a debut novel, an author's debut novel, but I'm using another book for that prompt. And also a book I meant to read last year. So that's technically 3 prompts that I've already accomplished with this book. So if I don't read my other debut author novel, then this one can count, but I definitely want to read that one. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Day 1, got a book read. So I guess I will see you guys tomorrow at the beginning of day 2.